Okay, could I get your name? You're the owner and the business?
I'm the owner of the Log Cabin Bar and Grill in Shelton, Washington, and my name is Lori Goodburn.
Yes, and Lori, I'm here today to talk to you about your dealings with the city of Shelton, and specifically its building permit department, and your experience with them here in your business. Could you tell me a little bit about what we were talking about earlier, and the tent and the hood and so forth? Let's see, you've got an umbrella there. That's is that a membrane structure?
It is not. This is a legal piece of cover for my smokers in case it's raining. This is what they get to stand under.
So they'll allow you to have the umbrella?
We can have umbrellas out here, absolutely, as many as we want. And this is considered safe for the people.
Is it limited is the umbrella limited to only one stanchion under it, or could it have like 2 or 3 or 4?
There is no code for umbrellas at all.
No code for umbrellas?
No codes, nothing that says you can or cannot have an umbrella. But you know, this has left this park several times over the fence. But there's no code, there's no mechanical code for this, or international code. There's not even in the book. So if you're dining al fresco at any bar or restaurant, this is okay. This is fine.
So
however,
you had a small tent structure here in the
I did. It's one of those Costco 10 by...
The Costco tents?
One of those Costco
They're
car
10 by
covers.
20.
Right, 10 by 20 car covers.
Yes. And you had to get rid of it.
I had to get rid of it. I just didn't want to deal with it or anything like that because evidently it can't be put in. It has to be structurally sound. Then I have to install it and put in concrete slabs and get a permit, and I just don't have the money for it. I mean, the structure itself costs $200 just to put up, and if it could hold a car, you would think it'd be all right for peeps. You know, it was here, it was sound, it never blew over, it never went anywhere.
So they allow you to have one to park your car in?
Yeah, they allow you to have one for your car.
Well, so what's the problem with it in here?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You can have one to park your car, but if you've got it inside this fence, they don't like that?
Anywhere is if pedestrians are under it, I guess. I have no idea. I just did away with it and said I don't want to play anymore. I'm losing too much sleep. It is what it is. I can't pay the $250 a day fine if you violate it and don't get it fixed.
Could you tell me a little bit about the hood to your range that you used to cook on inside the pub?
Right, there is a...
Is that structure right there part of it?
It is, and that did get approved by Kelly.
That's an exhaust fan?
It is. It's for the smoke, so for like broiling steaks and burgers.
You purchased one at some expense, I assume.
I did. It was a $10,000 hood and system altogether.
$10,000?
$10 grand. And when I purchased it and started to bring it in...
And when you say Kelly, you mean Mr. Kelly Mayo?
Yes, Mr.
He's the city building inspector?
Yeah, inspector, chief or something. He's in there a little ways. I had it installed, and it's in a very, very small area, very short area, so you had to meet different requirements between the grill and the bottom of the hood, from the wall to the hood, making sure that the roof could hold the structure even though it's concrete walls. There was a lot of hoops I had to jump through. I just did them because I don't like conflict, but once I got the hood installed, Kelly came in with his tape measure and said, nope, you got to take it out. It does not meet the international codes.
Did you get a permit and give them plans before you went ahead to install it?
Yes.
So they issued you a permit.
Yes, they did.
And you paid the fee.
I paid the fee.
And you bought the items.
And I bought the items.
And you had them installed.
And I installed the items.
And then Mr. Mayo told you that it wasn't going to pass.
It was not up to code.
And they didn't accept any responsibility for checking the plans on the permit?
Evidently, the hood being installed was one thing. Having the grill come in later and him measure from the grill to the hood was another thing.
Okay, but you say that, you told me earlier that after he said that you were going to have to tear it out, you called the manufacturer.
I said there's got to be a way this can work, so I called the manufacturer.
And they told you it had been engineered and designed to pass code?
UL rated.
And it was UL rated.
And I called Kelly Mayo after I had the owner of the hood fax me the schematics on the hood. I went down to the city and I said, Kelly, the owner of the hood said it's UL rated. And he goes, okay, that'll work then.
Did it have a UL rating stamped on it?
Yes, it does. Right on the side of the hood.
Mr. Mayo didn't
respond
notice
to that. I mean, you would have thought he would have noticed it, but he evidently did not notice it or see it or acknowledge how I could make this work for my bar. But I had to do the research on my own, which was fine. Now I'm just more wiser of it. So I got that done. I got this thing taken care of. So I've decided to build this little arbor. Isn't that a nice little arbor?
It's beautiful.
Turns out Kelly Mayo put a stop on it and said it's an extension of my building.
Stop a second. I'm going to zoom in on that. Stop work order.
Stop work order.
And he said that
It's an extension of my building, and I was violating code 105. 105 code
just a second.
is
I
the
wanna-
entire book.
I'm looking at this lean-to, and I don't see that it's attached to your building. It looks separate. I don't see it attached at any point on the roof.
But we're not done with it either, so he put a stop work on it, so we can't go any further.
Okay.
So I know that it needs another cinder block, because we don't want that to rot. So we need to get another one of them. And he says that we have violated code 105, which means I should have got a permit to build it. However, if you look at 105 exemptions, it states, a one-story detached accessory structure used for a tool shed, storage shed, playhouse, or similar use, providing that the floor area does not exceed 120 square feet. Now, as you can see,
What
my
are the
floor
dimensions?
area,
Yeah.
my floor area is 72 square feet.
Okay.
Post to post, completely accurate. The highest it gets is 87 square feet, and that is measuring the outside of the posts.
Have you talked to Mayor Krantz about
I
this?
have not. I just got this stop work order. I have to comply by the 15th, or I start paying $250 fine each day of violation.
So they're
of the
threatening
day.
you with very large fines.
Right, every day it's over. He also charged me $67 to post this.
Are you planning on talking to Mayor Krantz?
Yes, I have. I put a call into the fire department because I think that might be the only thing. My customers do come in here and smoke, but it is not an enclosed area, so it should not be a fire thing. And everybody's telling me maybe it's the fire department. It's not attached to my building. It's under 120 square feet.
It looks very similar to many bus shelters I've seen people build for their children
That's
when they're
right.
waiting for the school bus.
And he's explained to me that it is clearly a construction of a roof structure which requires a permit, which means code 105. 105 is the entire book. And he
So
will not.
he wasn't very specific.
No, he said 105, and I went into 105, and here it says 102, the exemptions, but he says I must get a building permit. So I called in today.
Sort of like saying it's on the internet.
Right. I called in today. I owe $67 for him posting this. I owe $84 for the inspection after I get the permit, and the actual permit is $185.
And of course, to stay in business, you have to pass these costs on to your customers.
Oh my goodness. Especially right after 1183 passed and everything went up 50 cents.
Yes.
So,
Well, give me your name again.
Lori Goodburn.
Lori Goodburn, I want to thank you for this
You're
interview.
very
This is another
welcome.
interview by Soul Snatcher Productions.